Live from WTVO 17 and your home team, Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Weed worries. Illinois made tens of millions of dollars from out-of-state customers. Could a new push by a neighboring governor make that money go up in smoke?
Plus, getting vaccinated. There's a new site for people in Phase 1B, but it's not in Illinois. Find out how to get in line.
It's the blood on the shelves that actually saves lives.
Critically behind. The reason for the latest plea for blood donors to step up. Good evening, I'm Hannah Zettel.
And I'm Alexis Carpello. Eric and Mimi are off tonight. A 29-year-old man is dead after police say he crashed his car on a busy Rockford street over the weekend. This happened early Saturday morning on East State Street near Newtown Drive. Investigators say the Rockford man's car crossed the center line and struck a minivan. Police say the man was ejected from the vehicle and died at the scene. The victim's name has not been released. Investigators did not say if the driver of the other car was hurt.
New tonight, the man accused of killing a McChesney Park woman late last month appears virtually before a judge. Shane Bauma is charged with first-degree murder and home invasion. Investigators say he killed 72-year-old Ellen Marsh at her home on January 30th. He also has a laundry list of charges in unrelated cases. Court records show Bauma will be tried for the murder case before being prosecuted in the other investigations. He's currently in custody without bail. He's due back in court March 4th. Beloit police arrest a man after he allegedly shot someone and damaged a squad car. This happened last night around 8:45 on Woodward near Park Avenue. Officers were called to the scene after reports of a belligerent man firing a gun. One male victim was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound. He is expected to be okay. Investigators say after 22-year-old Zenobian McAdory was arrested, McAdory ripped a phone out of the wall and kicked a squad car, damaging it. He faces multiple charges. A Roscoe man is behind bars accused of sexually assaulting multiple children. Lamar Wooden is charged with 6 counts of criminal sexual assault of a child and 6 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a child. Police say he was identified as a suspect after receiving multiple allegations over the course of 1 year. He was arrested Friday and is being held at the Winnebago County Jail.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers sparks excitement after announcing his latest budget. It toys with the idea of regulating both recreational and medical use marijuana. Illinois distributors at the border tell me the Badger State's desire for a piece of the revenue-generating pie could impact their success.
I would love to save money on gas and not have to drive so far and also keep my money in state.
Sunday, Governor Tony Evers proposed legalizing recreational and medical marijuana in Wisconsin. Matthew Reinisch lives in Madison and likes the idea. Right now, he makes his way to Illinois about every other month.
I probably would not come here anymore.
When I was at the South Beloit Sunnyside dispensary Monday morning, over half the cars in the parking lot had Wisconsin license plates.
Our South Beloit location is doing exceptionally well. It's really placed in a region where there aren't any other stores, and it's seen traffic increase on a day-to-day basis.
Sunnyside's Chief Communications Officer Jason Erkes says in the past month, Illinois saw $88 million in cannabis sales.
Last month in January, there were about $25 million in sales that came from out-of-state residents. And our mission is really to normalize the cannabis buying experience. We're trying to make sure that people feel the same walking into a cannabis store as they would going into a Starbucks or a GNC or a Whole Foods.
If marijuana is legalized, Governor Evers' office projects the state could generate more than $165 million.
We hope Wisconsin does support this, and we look to potentially doing business in Wisconsin and expanding our brands there.
I think it's a great opportunity for the state to be able to make money, but also to legalize something that has already been proven to benefit not only just recreational users, but also especially medical users, and can be a lot of solutions to some easily solvable problems.
Wisconsin would join 15 other states that have already legalized marijuana.
A new community-based COVID vaccination clinic is set to open in Rock County next week with a goal to dole out 1,000 shots per day. The site is scheduled to open February 16th, but its location has not been announced yet. Wisconsin's health department is partnering with AMI Expeditionary Healthcare to deliver the shots. At first, about 250 vaccines will be distributed daily, but the state hopes to accomplish 4 times that number when more vaccine is available. Last week, Winnebago County's top doctor said if Illinoisans can get an appointment, they should take it.
We know we are a borderline county, right? So Beloit to South Beloit and back and forth. I say get it at the most convenient location and at the first opportunity that you have for your phase to be vaccinated.
Wisconsin's community-based clinic is set to open 6 to 10 additional sites as more vaccine vials become available.
Teachers at a few more state-line school districts will soon be vaccinated for coronavirus. Pecatonica 321 and Winnebago 323 schools will begin giving shots tomorrow. Students will learn from home to give faculty a chance to roll up their sleeves. The Winnebago County Health Department is administering the doses. School staff is slated to receive the final dose of the vaccine on March 19th. That will be a remote learning day as well. Local health departments report the highly contagious UK COVID-19 strain has been discovered in Lee County. Because this variant is easily spread, scientists stress the need to continue social distancing and keep wearing masks. Lee County's current COVID positivity rate is under 1%.
City Council members consider a plan to change the way many drive in Rockford. The plan would create two-way traffic on 6th Street and 9th Street. Right now, both are one-ways. Tonight, aldermen are being asked to approve a $1.2 million contract with a company out of Schaumburg. Trans Systems would design and construct Phase 1. The Whitman Street interchange would be redesigned as well. City engineers say the changes will make a hard-to-navigate area of Rockford easier for drivers and others.
It's even more difficult to bike or walk through it, and almost impossible. And so creating a system that is more active transportation and pedestrian friendly is definitely a goal of the city.
If approved, construction isn't expected to start for several years.
The city of Freeport hopes to spruce up its downtown area. Anyone in the downtown TIF or historic district can apply for a grant, which will help offset the cost of fixing up the building facade. This money will cover half of the bill, up to $15,000. The idea behind it is to encourage people to make some needed repairs and then inspire other businesses to want to make those improvements as well.
And then encouraging, businesses to come locate into our downtown and, getting any vacancies filled in. And once people can see that, we care about our buildings and we want to make changes to them and make them look good.
The money is coming from the TIF as well as funds raised during the annual Paint the Port. The application to apply is due soon. You can find a link in this story on our website, mystateline.com.
A week of snow and cold has created a greater need for blood donors. The Rock River Valley Blood Center says it came up 225 units short of its goal last week. 700 donors are needed every week to keep up with local demand. Donations are good for about 6 weeks. Center administrators say blood on the shelves is critical to saving lives.
If something were to happen right now, and the blood that we're collecting today wouldn't be available for 3 more days because of testing and processing. So really, we need to have an ample supply on the shelf if something were to happen.
Every donation is also being tested for COVID antibodies. Coming up at 6, learn how those coming back positive can help people battling the virus.
The city of Rockford responds to reports of wildlife roaming neighborhoods. City staff and aldermen have gotten complaints about coyotes showing up on city streets. According to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, coyotes are a normal part of the environment and pose little threat to humans. City Hall points out removing food sources like bird food, pet food, and securing trash are good ways to cut down on coyote presence. Rockford actually hosted a town hall on coyotes last spring. We posted a link to that presentation in this story on mystateline.com. Former President Donald Trump's second impeachment trial is set to begin Tuesday.
Senators will consider whether Trump incited an insurrection after a mob of his supporters overran the U.S. Capitol January 6th. Our Washington correspondent Alexander Limon joins us to share what we can expect as she keeps you connected to the nation's capital.
Trump's lawyers filed a new legal brief today, and in it they argued that the article of impeachment against Donald Trump should be dismissed because it's unconstitutional.
In a new brief,
Former President Trump's lawyers argue that because he's no longer in office, the impeachment trial is nothing but political theater that should be dismissed. That's something Republican Senator Lindsey Graham agrees with.
I'm ready to end the impeachment trial because I think it's blatantly unconstitutional.
It's expected senators will take a vote Tuesday to determine if the trial is constitutional.
Truth and accountability are essential.
Democrats likely have the votes to move forward with the trial.
Some people say, oh, let this go away. Oh, no. When something as horrible, as dastardly that happened on January 6th occurs, you cannot sweep it under the rug.
It's still unclear if the House managers will call for any other witnesses or simply rely on videos and old tweets to try to prove President Trump exhibited a pattern of behavior that incited an insurrection and attack on the U.S. Capitol. We do expect at least a handful of Republican senators to vote with Democrats to allow the impeachment trial to move forward. However, it's going to be much more difficult for Democrats to convince the 17 Republicans they need to convict the former president. Reporting in Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Now, your first warned weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, the visibility has improved a little down to the south of us. A live look with our Mercial SkyTrack camera out in Rochelle, but you can still see that snow coming down at a fairly steady pace, and it's been to the south here of Rockford where we've had a little bit more moderate to even heavy snow come down. And as we go through the next couple of hours, that visibility will improve as the snow continues to turn a little more on the light side. However, with the cold temperatures, that snow was easily able to stick to the roadways. You can see that heavy banding of snow setting up right along the Interstate 88 corridor this afternoon, kind of a little bit to the north. That now moving off to the east. You've got it right along Highway 72 there in northern DeKalb County, but a few additional light snow showers back off to the west and southwest. Winter weather advisory remains in place for our counties to our south. This does not include us in Rockford or Freeport, but rather for Carroll, Whiteside, Ogle, Lee, and DeKalb counties, and this will run through about 10 o'clock this evening. That's when we'll see most of the snow kind of move out between about 10 and midnight. Now, as far as accumulations, already had a report down in Whiteside County and Sterling of 4 inches. So within that heavier banding, you've got about 2 to 4 inches, 1 to 2 a little bit further up to the north where the snow has been a little bit more on the light side. High pressure building in behind that, however, will allow our skies to clear out, and this will set the stage for a cold night tonight. As a result, a wind chill advisory will then go into effect later tonight and going into tomorrow morning. Wind chills will get down around 25 degrees below zero. You see a couple of lighter snow showers lingering. This is a little after midnight across far southern Lee County and then getting a little bit further into southern DeKalb County, but that should be it. With our sky clearing out, that temperature is going to drop rather quickly. Now, we are going to see some sunshine during the day tomorrow, but it will be replaced with the cloud cover again tomorrow night and into Wednesday. We kind of keep with this unsettled pattern a bit. No major snow makers, more of some lighter snow. Next one set to arrive. We'll see a couple of light snow showers mid to late morning on Wednesday, and I think some of that will continue again into Wednesday afternoon. So this is what we're looking at here for the rest of this evening. Snowfall begins to taper off, but those roads, they'll still be slick because those temperatures are so cold. You got that snow that's stuck right away. Tomorrow morning, skies clear out. Dangerous wind chills. I mentioned those wind chills dropping to about 25 degrees below zero. The peak of that really coming between about 5 and 8 o'clock tomorrow morning as the temperature drops down to about 8 below. 7 above, that's our number here. Ben has in South Beloit says he got enough snow to track a cat out there. 8 right now, our temperature for Bob here in the southeast side of Rockford had about 1/4 of an inch of snow from what came down. 12 with the snow coming pretty steady at Sandy's Place in the Kirkland Fairdale area, and temperature dropping into the single digits. 3 for Mike and Forston with some lighter snow as well. Notice the numbers, guys. They stay on the cooler side. 10 tomorrow, 3 below tomorrow night. 14 is our warmest day this week. We could see the single digits return again by the weekend. Our first morning, interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and more. We've got the snow that will continue to come down, mostly to the south, although a couple of flurries will be found a little further north with some of that lighter snow. They're about 10 o'clock tonight, some lasting through midnight. After that, our skies will clear out. Wind chill advisory then is set to go into effect later tonight for all of us, as wind chills tomorrow morning will drop down to 25 degrees below zero, 10 for the high. Temperatures stay chilly through the end of the week.
Thanks, Candace.
And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you at 6.